game is gonna make me cry at some point, isn't it? I can tell. Let's clean. Oh, nope, go back. There we go. Nah, bestie. We are cleaning this whole thing. Oh, I hit my mic. That is not cozy. It's the sponge. I don't like the sponge. This is an anti-sponge household. Not very cozy, if you ask me. Hello, friends. So I am in desperate need of a cozy corner moment right now because if you are curious what is the current situation of where we're recording under, I'm literally vibrating from the drop of the Varsapura new Hoyoverse game news for multiple reasons, but I need to calm down a bit. And what better way to do that than with a little cozy game that we've actually played before on the channel and has been one of my most anticipated cozy games for a hot minute. Yes, we did demo this game. I think it was sometime last year. I've been like shooters for this game for a hot minute. This is Letters from the Past, Undusted. I think I said that incorrect. I think I said it backwards. It's Undusted, Letters from the Past, yes. But I've had my eyes on this game for quite some time. And thanks to Toge Productions and Key Miller, I was able to get my hands on a review copy. So thank you so much to them. And we are going to have our little first hour cozy moment. I haven't played this, like I said, I haven't played this, I think, since last year. Usually with like a game we take from demo dive to like full game on the channel status, it's like it's a very short turnaround. Like there's games we've played on the channel recently that I haven't even uploaded the demo dive they're in yet, you know? But this one, the demo dive is up. We played this on the channel already and I was obsessed with it. There was a little bit rage inducing in parts, but we're gonna get cozy. We're gonna take a breath and we're gonna undust some objects from the past in our little first hour cozy corner game. But let's get started. No, this is one of those games where I was very excited to be able to get a review copy of it. Ooh, should we move the box? Hold on. Okay, we go top corner. I'll keep moving it around if I have to. But to read the story, it says, when I think of my family home, the first things that come to mind are the glittering lake and the gently sloping hills. After walking through the bustling streets, over the hills and along the lakeside, my house and its bright red roof soon came into view. I would chat with Mom and Dad as we passed through the front gate together, and the big lemon tree in the yard would always greet us. For someone like me who lacked courage, maybe all I needed was an excuse, no matter how small. The letter from my aunt was enough, and I'm pretty sure the aunt's letter we do see in the demo. Because the demo is really more so of like just the cleaning gameplay. There's a little bit of story, but I think I skipped around it in the demo because I knew I wanted to play it. The letter reads, Dear Adora, which I love that name, by the way. Long time no see. How have you been? Are you doing all the things you've always wanted to do? This game is going to make me cry at some point, isn't it? I can tell. It's been a while since I've heard from you. Come to think of it, the last time we saw each other was at Lily's funeral. Oh no, I think that's supposed to be our mom. I'm sorry to trouble you after all this time, but I can't find the necklace your mother gave me. I'm fairly certain that I left it at your house after one of my visits. We can double click and it automatically makes the text come up. I really thought I had lost it for good, you know. I know it's a bit of a hassle, but could you send it to me? It should be in the attic. That's where Lily and I spent most of our time together when I was over. Thank you, love, your aunt. So this is our player character, Dora. She's so cute. Adora says, it's been a long time since I last came back. I should tidy up the place. I suppose now's the right time. For the time being, it's the least I can do. The key, here it is. It's rusted all over. I'll have to clean it before I can use it. And that's how we get into the gameplay. We're gonna undust the key. I also do love how the objects in game have this, you think it would be like more of a painterly style based on the like character sprites and things like that, but instead they go with this very like this pixelated texture, and I personally really like it. Let's clean. I like pixelated textures though. I find them cozy. So we have the mouse wheel zooms in and out. Probably put that down for a second. Hold right click and drag the mouse to rotate the key. I can't get it to go back. I can't get it to go back, guys. Oh, no, go back. There we go. Okay. Hold the mouse wheel and drag to move the key around. Okay. Click the mouse wheel button once to reset the key's position. Oh, that's a good feature. That's a feature. Select the tool on the left, clean the key, and then we start cleaning. It's a little toothbrush. Reach 40% cleaning progress. Nah, bestie. We are cleaning this whole thing. I'm a perfectionist. I love cleaning in games. It's hard for me to clean all by myself sometimes in real life, I will say that, because I have chronic pain. So bending is hard. Hints become available after cleaning items to a certain extent, so we did unlock that. Hold tab to view the areas that need cleaning. so it'll light up, which actually is quite helpful when you get to like, especially like things that are harder to clean. So in order to continue, we need to reach 99% cleaning progress, but I will be annoying and probably go to 100% on each one, and hopefully we don't crash out. Getting the edges here is difficult because the little toothbrush doesn't want to lock on those edges. Here. All right, we got to tab it. See, there's just some little areas. Oh, we got to get in like the keyring area as well. We got it. 100! Yes! Memories beneath the dust. So that was level 1 that we cleared. Adora is coughing. Girl, you lasted longer than I'd be coughing much earlier. She says, when was the last time this place was cleaned? There's so much dust that I can barely breathe. I need to go to the attic and find that necklace. Huh? Why is it locked? Now that I think of it, I've hardly ever been into the attic. Mom was always the one in charge of it. Oh well, I need to clean the rest of the house anyway. The attic key should eventually turn up. Where should I even start? More coughing. The house key, it hasn't been used in a long time. We can click to continue, and then we have more story. After being neglected for so long, the house was so heavily laden with dust that I needed a mask to breathe normally. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, I mean, it being really dusty is bad, but like, ain't nothing wrong with needing a mask. Personally, we should probably go back to wearing those. I opened a window and started clearing out some of the dust. When it was cleaning day, I used to be in charge of the floors. Mom took care of the furniture, and Dad handled the windows and any tall places that were out of reach. Why is this like weirdly wholesome as well? If I closed my eyes, I could almost hear it all again. The sounds of Mom wiping down the furniture, Dad's humming. While cleaning the living room, I found a dust-covered photo frame. Oh, I hit my mic. That is not cozy. I found a dust-covered photo frame on a shelf. Housed inside was our first family photo. So chapter 0 we can complete. So I think, oh, we completed chapter 0. So then chapter 1 is called Once Upon a Time. We'll see how many chapters we can get done. Ah, so 1 was the chapter 0, and then this is chapter 1. How many things are included in chapter 1? Okay, so we'll go up to 7 items then I think in this video, and we'll finish out chapter 1. I think that could work. So now we have the photo. We'll do chapter 1 in this video. I think that works. We can do a chapter per video. When we went to take our first family photo, Dad had made a peculiar suggestion. Well, it wasn't unusual for him to say or do something quirky. None of us saw it coming. Why don't we all wear animal costumes? It'll be Adora's first ever family photo, so let's make it a special and unforgettable experience. He pleaded like a giddy child, arms firmly wrapped around a large costume. Mom let out a deep sigh. Here we go again. But that's a memory she gets to look back on fondly now, especially that I'm assuming probably both of her parents are gone if she's the only one here. It was massive, she says. He really loved his jokes and pranks. A complete 180 from Mom. This game is gonna make me cry at some point. I need you all to know that. We have a sponge this time. Oh, we have to like clean off the glass, and it takes a little bit more work. This one, I could really use the toothbrush. We never ended up wearing costumes like he had wanted to. So there is also dialogue in the other parts of the game. Oh my god, this one's difficult. You don't even get the like little, oh, I thought there was gonna be a photo back there. You don't even get the like hints until like very later on. It's the sponge. I don't like the sponge. This is an anti-sponge household. Also, because like if you're using a sponge, then you gotta like directly touch it when it gets all like wet and gross. I prefer the sponges on a stick. Like when you got a sponge on a stick to wash the dishes, that's my sponge of choice, because then you don't gotta touch it. As the really fancy ones, you can put dish soap like in the handle and like press a button to like let the dish soap come out, so you don't even gotta like add more soap. It's awesome. And then what's on the back here? Ah, there's a lot of stuff in the crevices. Get all the tight areas. The sponge is hurting my arm though. I do have to say that, because I'm just like scrubbing at it. Not very cozy, if you ask me. Yay, 100%! Bunny ears! Oh, wait, yeah, her dad's doing the bunny ears. They're so cute. Okay, so our mom from the past says, honey, don't you think there's a reason why people take more traditional photos? And our dad says, because they couldn't come up with anything creative. Mom says, are you serious? Can't we just take a normal picture? But Dad says, Adora, look at this! What a cute cat! Mom says, oh, so you're only trying to talk Adora into your plan now. Even though they didn't dress up, she still has that memory. Our very first family photo together, a seemingly ordinary picture with an amusing story behind it. I like fat fingered both my mouse buttons at the same time and it goofed a little bit. And so ensued a battle between an unstoppable father and an immovable mother. Literally unstoppable force meets an immovable object, literally. As always, Mom won, leaving Dad with his shoulders hunched in defeat. Why is he crying? While Mom was talking to the photographer, I snuck over to Dad and whispered, let's wear costumes next time. He only responded with a slight nod. When I looked at the photo afterward, I saw that he had given me bunny ears. Oh, did he know he was like, there wasn't gonna be a next time? I'm curious about the story, but also I feel like if we learn more about the story, I will cry. Mom noticed shortly afterward and gave Dad a light rap on the head. The sheer dad-like triumph on his face sent all of us into a fit of laughter. Cute. It's really cute. Complete. So then we can go on to, oh, did I unlock the toothbrush for that? Awesome. This is, I think, what we had to clean in the tutorial. A fitting appearance is next. I think this is one of the tutorial objects. When I was young, Mom often told me it was dangerous to go into the kitchen or attic alone. But the more someone told me not to do something, the more I wanted to do it. That's just such a kid thing to do, though. One day when Mom and Dad were out, I excitedly went into the kitchen to examine the cupboard that was just barely within reach. My heart was pounding as I opened the cupboard. There were many beautiful porcelain teacups, and I took out the one I thought was prettiest. Suddenly, the front door opened with a creak. Someone was back. Crash. It was the sound of porcelain breaking on the floor. The teacup had slipped out of my hand. The sharp sound of shattering porcelain froze me in place. I heard Mom urgently calling my name. Once she came into the kitchen and saw what had happened, her face froze. And we can clean the object now. I'm pretty sure it's like a cup that's like put back together with like the gold, if that makes sense. I know there's a word for it, but I can't remember it. Adora says her face was so pale and stern. I had never seen her look like that before. And now we get to clean. So I am gonna start with the sponge, I think, just because we do have some larger areas. Or is this the full cup? I think it might just be the full cup. Oh no, there's like cracks in it. Okay, yeah. We put it back together. And then, yeah, the cup that was like green on the inside. I think it might be time to break out the toothbrush now. Yeah, it just works better, which I guess it is like a harder brush, so that makes sense. It also makes bubbles. That's fun. This is in a really weird position, but what's this symbol? It must have some kind of meaning. There's a symbol on the bottom of the cup right here. I'm not sure what the meaning is, but I think it tells us after this. Also, we probably get the story of how we put the cup back together. This does kind of hurt my arm though, the constant like holding down of the thing. I got weird muscles though, so that's on me. It would be nice if they added like a toggle on off feature, like you press a button and it like it's like the scrubbing action stays on. I know like the point of the game is to wash it yourself, but it's hurting my arm. We're definitely only going to do chapter 3 today, just because I think if I did any more of it at one time, I would end up in like a lot of muscle pain. Do the cleaning. I think because we unlocked the little thing, I'm going to start doing this. I think that's my only gripe with this game so far, is that it does hurt my arm, but that again, that's kind of a me thing. I feel like that's more of a niche problem. But if you also have weird bones and weird muscles, maybe this might have to be a skip. Or if you can like grin and bear it, like I tend to do. There's so many little areas. It gets so tedious. Okay, handle time. We are at almost at perfect. I must make it perfect. There's a little spot right there. Yeah, awesome. Level 3 is cleared. Fitting appearance. Our mom looks angry. I don't like that. But look at baby Adora with her beanie. She says, I'm sorry. Our mom still isn't speaking. And now she's crying and says, I didn't mean to break it. And our mom's no longer mad. That's good. Our mom asks if we're okay and if we're hurt anywhere. And Adora just keeps crying and says, I didn't listen to you and I even broke one of the teacups. Our mom says, it's okay. Everything's okay as long as you aren't hurt, which is the proper way to handle that. Might not have kids, but I know that's the proper way to handle that as a parent. But this is a porcelain teacup that is barely intact. One of mom's most treasured possessions. Oh, if that ain't a metaphor. After giving me a big hug, she started to carefully gather the shards of porcelain in silence. I still couldn't forget how she had looked at the broken teacup. The next day, I secretly retrieved the shards from the trash and clumsily glued everything back together. Oh, that's why it was all. Then I returned the fragile teacup to its place in the cupboard, hoping that Mom would feel better after seeing it. When Mom discovered the teacup later, she murmured, this is a much more fitting appearance. I didn't understand why, but her smile looked bitter. Why was it bitter? I'm curious, what's the story behind the teacup? It has to do with the symbol on the bottom, probably. Next is level 4, what glows in the dark. So we cleaned this item. Looks like a little potion bottle or something. Mom loved writing with fountain pen. Oh, it's fountain pen ink. No matter how long the letter or document. Whenever I asked if it was tiring to write so much by hand, she would always say, it's difficult, but it's worth it. Mom had a routine before writing. First, she would sit at her desk with perfect posture. Can't be me. Could not be me. Then she'd neatly lay out a fresh sheet of paper. Finally, she'd select one ink bottle from her collection and gracefully dip the nub of her exquisite fountain pen. I loved watching this process, so I used to quietly sit beside her whenever she took up her pen. Watching her fill empty sheets of paper with her handwriting imparted a special feeling I couldn't experience anywhere else. And we clean! Water break. All right. Adora says she had so many inkwells. Inkwell, that's what it's called. Sometimes I'd spend half a day just looking at them all. I don't think she used this one very often. So we clean. I guess we can start with the sponge. I hate the sponge. I'm just going in with the toothbrush. This is an anti-sponge household. Like I said, no sponge. SpongeBob SquarePants, you're on thin ice. It's harder to tell with this one because it is such a dark surface. Do I gotta get that black stuff off? Or is that just like ink? I'm gonna hope it's just some ink. Like I would assume if you have an inkwell, you'd get like ink on the sides, you know? I have to do this slowly or else my arm is gonna start to hurt if I go like really fast with it. So I'm just kind of like, okay, slow. We'll come back to little spots and stuff. This game is still very relaxing though. All right, I can use the secrets tab. This one's hard because it is like kind of like a see-through object just a little bit. And it's a dark surface, so it's like, I can't see. I can't see all the dirt. That's what this thing is for though. It also has this weird like lip on the bottle. I know that's also just how bottles work, but still. All right, this part's gonna be annoying. Well, it's not that bad. Okay, we have reached 99% and it's just because I have a couple little parts left to do here. Oh, what's left? Is it you? Oh, there's one speck on the bottom. I also got the achievement for a shining start to clean 4 objects to 100%. We are going to keep doing that probably. Baby Adora says, only in the darkest of nights can you discover the star hidden within. Lewis. And our mom says, it's a quote from mom's favorite writer. Adora asks, why is it written on here? And our mom says, because it's a limited edition ink. Dad and I were still university students, so it took him a lot of hard work to buy it. Baby Adora says, but it looks new. Is it because you don't want to waste it? I mean, there is like spots on it. Our mom says, let me show you something. If you write with this ink and then turn off the lights, can you see the words glowing? The darker the room is, brighter the ink shines. So it's like a blacklight ink? Oh, wait. So I guess Adora is reading it. She says, oh, wow. To Adora, Lily and Ash's beloved daughter. So the dad's name is Ash. You need to eat a variety of foods to grow big and strong. But I hate carrots. Girl, me too. I'm not a carrot enjoyer. Our mom says, if you become brave enough to finish your carrots, I'll give you a fountain pen as a present. Oh, so this is a special ink that glows in the dark. Quote from a famous writer is displayed on the label. So it's the one in the back, yeah? I adored fountain pens, so it was an irresistible offer. Mom looked into my awestruck eyes and said, do you know why I love fountain pens? Because you can learn about someone through their handwriting. That is true, I think, to like a certain degree. Even if I wrote something without much thought behind it, I learned more about myself after reading those words. She gently closed the inkwell. For some reason, after that day, I never saw her use a fountain pen again. I'm like, usually I can kind of tell where a story's going, but I feel like I have like so many different thoughts of where this one is going that I'm like, should I be scared? Why did she never pick up? Is it like, did she get sick or something before that? Also, why does it plus toothbrush? Plus toothbrush. What does that mean? Next is achieving happiness. We get to clean a turtle. I like turtle. Dad absolutely loved music. Whenever he could, he'd be humming or playing various instruments. He told me that he used to be in a children's choir and that he had joined a band during his university days. Whenever he returned home from work, he'd sing a little song he composed titled, Dad Loves Coming Home. Aww. Truly a golden retriever man. I love it. Mom would always warn him about disturbing the neighbors, but she could never mask her smile. Thanks to Dad, music enriched every dimension of our lives. Whew, I can tell that by the time we finish this, it's going to be painful. Adora says, the first line always made me laugh. What was it again? You can't hold me back. I'm free. No one can ever stop me. Was that it? Oh. Watch, they're gonna have like, the line that comes up in the middle of this stage is gonna be like she remembers the actual lyrics or something. I figured this was gonna be like a musical instrument. Like you can like blow into it and it like makes noises. And if you run the toothbrush over the hole, it makes the noise. How cute. Because I've seen these before and it was talking about music. And I'm like, oh, this is one of those turtles that make music, isn't it? I bet it is. And it was. Such a nice touch that if you like run over the holes, it still makes that music. It's such a pretty color too. This is where you blow into, yeah. The little turtle head. There's so much like crusty stuff on this one. Like that will come up again later, but I forgot about the crusties. Oh, there's holes down here too. All right, tip time. I wonder if the sponge can do better work. It's kind of funny when it makes a bunch of noises though. I think from now on, we'll start with the sponge and then go in for the details with the toothbrush. You could probably get the little details with this, but probably be easier to do with the toothbrush. There's so many little crevices on this guy. Like the shell and everything. So many little spots. It's like not even like the little holes that make music are the problem. It's just like his limbs. Your limbs collect dust, sir. Well, it is tedious. It does. You get like if you scrub enough, it will go away. A little ditty. Clear level 5 is the achievement. How cute. Our dad says, Adora, I'm done. After my hit single, Dad Loves Coming Home, my newest release is Dad loves the weekend. That's cute. Adora says, you sure you're not a kid too? And our dad says, you got me. Since my secret's out, how about a song? Where did I put my ocarina? Yeah, that's what this is. It's called an ocarina. Adora says, if you love music so much, why'd you become an accountant? Music and accounting are completely different. Oh, sweet, sweet Adora. Our dad says, that's a good question. You see, I love music, but it doesn't mean that I can't live without it. On the other hand, I get itchy if I don't work with numbers for even a single day. Well, also, music doesn't always put enough money and food on the table, so that is the unfortunate side effect of that. I wish it did, but it doesn't. We live in a society, etc., etc. Our dad says to achieve happiness, it's not about doing what you want. It's about doing what you can't live without. When you find something like that, you'll understand exactly how I feel. I feel like usually like something you can't live without and something you want. I feel like there's overlap there though, right? Because wouldn't you want to do something you can't live without? Unless it's in the way of like, you can't live without having a normal job because you can't like pay, you can't survive without that. Because again, we live in a society. But we have here a cute turtle-shaped ocarina. Dad often played his own songs on it. Cute. Dad then started to joyfully play his ocarina. His face was that of a man who had everything he needed to be happy. I suddenly grew curious and asked, then what can't you live without? He replied, Lily and Adora. That's why I'm the happiest man in the world. God, I'm gonna cry. He then declared his next song would be named Dad is Super Duper Happy. Despite my laughter, I couldn't wait to hear the next release in his Dad series. I often found myself humming his songs and his words stayed with me. Would I also find something I couldn't live without? I can like feel the tears coming. I really can. We haven't even gotten fully into the we haven't even finished chapter 1. Next is a discreet apology. It's a little cat. That's cute. Level 6 is a little cat. Oh. One day on our way home, we came across a cute kitten crying by its lonesome. I couldn't bear to leave it there by itself, so I begged my parents to let me bring it back with us. Without hesitation, Dad started brainstorming ways to lure the kitten. Should we get some food as bait? How about a foxtail grass? Maybe a cardboard box? Dad and I excitedly exchanged ideas, but after a few minutes, we realized that Mom hadn't said a single word. She does not like cats. Which I feel that because I have family members who also like despise cats. And what is this? Adora says, Dad really had the heart of a child. Instead of stopping me, he joined right in. So is this a little vacuum now? Oh my god, it is. Oh, because it's a plushie. It's a little cat plushie. So she really, really wanted the cat to come home with them. So instead, it seems like probably her dad actually just bought her a plushie. I like this tool. It squeaks. How cute. The fact that like the fabric of the plushie kind of like caves in with the vacuum, or like caves outward, I guess, with the vacuum. This is such a cutie. The vacuum might be my favorite though. I ain't gonna lie. It goes the fastest. It's also like the most satisfying. Like, you know, those videos of people cleaning like rugs on TikTok and all that. Yeah, feels like that. I also don't have to like turn it around that much because we got a lot of surface area because this is a unit. This plushie is a unit. It feels awkward cleaning the plushie butt, but we had to do it. Someone's got to clean the plushie butt. I should have put this in the demo. This is fun. The fact that it squeaks too. Like, look, it squeaks. It's so cute. I love it. I love the squeaking plushie. You can't pet the cat, but you can squeak the cat plushie in Undusted, and I'll take it. Oh, there's like layers to the dirt on this thing, isn't there? Doesn't help that it's like a gray cat plushie, so it's like kind of hard to see some of it. This is my favorite level so far. It's so satisfying. All right, tip time. I love this silly little cat. Good plushie too. It has some weight to it. Like I said, it's a unit. There we go. Almost done. There we go. It's so cute. No means no is what this achievement is called though. Our mom says, I don't think we're ready to own a cat. We don't know how to properly care for one, and we don't have any cat food or supplies. How can we care for it if we can't fulfill its needs? Baby Adora says, but, and our dad says, aren't you being a bit too serious? Of course, having a pet is a huge responsibility, but Adora can learn how to be responsible by taking care of it, and we can buy whatever supplies we need. I get where the dad is coming from though about like being too serious. I saw this tweet when I woke up this morning on my timeline about, and it was like a friend retweeted it, and I was like, oh, I'm taken aback a little bit. Because it was like something about like, oh, you need to be like 100% serious all the time in life. You're not getting the most out of life if you're not serious all the time. I thought I was being punked. I really did. I thought I like was having a stroke and I was reading it incorrectly. Because I was like, no. You'll go crazy if you're living your life that serious all the time. You need to have whimsy. Where's your whimsy? The dad has whimsy, but you know, maybe a little bit too much whimsy. There's a balance. In terms of taking care of a pet though, I mean, as someone who's taken care of pets, like it's not that crazy unless you're like really bad at it. But our mom says, and she looks so tired, by the way, like they drew in her eye bags. She says, what if its mother is still around? We might be taking a child from its parent. Adora says, she could have been abandoned. Our mom says that isn't something we know for sure. No means no, Adora. Oof. Oh. So this is a striped cat plushie. It is soft and makes cute sounds when you squeeze it. It squeaks. It squeaks. I hope more things squeak. I was so upset that after we returned home, I slammed my door shut and refused to leave my room. That evening, Dad came over and gave me a stuffed animal. It was soft, fluffy, and looked like the kitten from before. That's really sweet. Oh, he says, Mom bought this for you, but she didn't know how to give it to you. The softness of the plushie mollified the sadness in my heart. A few days later, I saw the same kitten at the same spot. This time, though, it was with another cat with a matching coat. Its mother. Mom was right. If I had taken the kitten home, I couldn't help but feel ashamed. Oh. There's like a certain like vibe to this story that like, oh, it feels so sad. It really does. So next we have unforgettable moments. And this is the last part for chapter 1. So we're going to be done after this one. It looks like a snow globe. Yeah, there's a snowflake. It's a snow globe. My hometown was always too warm for snow. If any snow did happen to fall, it would melt as soon as it touched the ground. Things like snowball fights and snowmen only existed in TV shows and fiction. It's funny, I do have the Santa hat. Some of my childhood wishes included leaving footprints in fresh white snow, making snow angels, and building a huge snowman. When we finally had time for a family trip, I begged to go somewhere with an abundance of snow. Oh. See, I'm the opposite, where I grew up in a place with a lot of snow, and now I live somewhere without any snow, and if we do get snow, the whole entire state shuts down. So very interesting dichotomy there. And Adora says, that's how we ended up having a snowy vacation. Thanks to that, I got to check off a lot of things on my bucket list. Oh. Is this a... Oh. Squeak! It squeaks! We have a cloth and we cleaned off a flower. So I guess that's a thing you can do as well. Let's bring out the sponge. I'm pretty sure I have to use the cloth to clean up the globe of the snow globe after we get all the stuff off. I don't know how like the flowers and stuff like in the crusty stuff got on these objects, but they're there. They are there. I like how the snow globe, like if you move it, it makes like water noises. Oh. We also can just use the sponge, it seems like, to get the globe stuff off. All these leaves imprinted on the bottom. I'm gonna need to use, I think, the toothbrush to get off some of this stuff down here. So let's switch to the cloth. Yeah, that does the job real nice. So we have tip time now. Oh, and it shows up as blue. So you know, like, hey, you can use the other stuff to get it off, but if you use like a different tool, it's gonna work a lot better, you know? Oh, the cloth kind of works on this stuff down here too, though. Cloth might be goated, not even gonna lie. It doesn't get off the yellow stuff that well though. I think we gotta go in with the toothbrush. I think it's toothbrush time. All right, the globe itself is nice and clean now. Now we gotta go in on all the little intricate areas. I do like how they incorporate in like different tools working better for different things, because I feel like that's very like realistic. It makes sense, you know? I don't know if it was like that in the demo. I feel like in the demo it's just like, okay, toothbrush for everything? Question mark? All right, so now we just have the stuff down here. But like the sponge wasn't getting this. I had to use the toothbrush. But to like sit here and do the whole thing with the toothbrush, like it hurts my arm. We could probably do chapter 2 in this video, but I kind of don't want to like overkill it. Little spot down there. Oh, it even makes Christmas noises. Snow-capped is the achievement for this level. Baby Adora says, Dad, the snow crunches when you step on it. And when you lie down, it's so soft and fluffy. Girl hasn't seen slush yet. Real snow experiencers know about slush. Slush in the parking lot. Her dad says, really? Then I want to lie down too. You're right, Adora. It's really soft. Adora says, I saw on TV that if you wave your arms and legs like this, you can make a huge snow angel. Then our dad says, how about we make some big snow angels to watch over our family? Baby Adora says, okay. Oh, it's nice that everyone's happy because I feel like a lot of the scenes we've seen so far, like someone's been like disgruntled. Usually it's our mom. She says, marshmallows are ready. You two better eat first or you won't have enough energy to play. Oh. So this is then a snow globe we purchased on a family trip. It evokes many happy memories. I'm like scared for a shoe to drop, you know? I feel like that's what I'm waiting for, especially because it's like our mom never picked up a fountain pen again. So like what happened that made her do that? Why is our dad not mentioned like at all? Like I'm waiting for like, I feel like multiple shoes to drop, you know? But we made giant snow angels, built snowmen, and had an all-out snowball fight with no regard for how snow-crusted our clothes became. After it grew dark, we gathered around the fireplace and drank sweet cocoa. As the comforting warmth for the fire lulled me to sleep, I could hear Dad humming and Mom turning the pages of her book. On our way home, we bought a snow globe to commemorate all the wonderful memories from our vacation. However, since some time ago, I had deliberately hid the snow globe out of sight. Those warm memories became a source of agony, as they reminded me of days I could never return to. Oh, that last page hurt a little bit. So chapter 2 is then called What I Dreamed Of. And is it gonna force start? No. I'm curious how many chapters there is though. So I wanna see if we can go ahead. Oh, okay, it goes up to chapter 4. So there's only 4 chapters. I still am probably gonna condense it to a chapter per video. Yeah, we'll do a chapter per video. We'll do some shorter videos. The point of Cozy Corner is never to really be super long, but we'll spread it out. A nice short little game though. If you're looking for something you could probably finish in a day, if you have the time to spare, or do chapter before bed sort of situation, I definitely think this is a good one. I don't know if it's on Switch. I don't think it's on Switch yet, but this would be a really good handheld. If you have a Steam Deck, it could be fun. It's just super cozy. I feel like it's gonna get sad, but it hasn't yet. And that's the good part. It hasn't gotten sad yet. That is going to be it for today, though. Obviously, if you couldn't tell, this is a play in terms of play or nay. Play is I have a year to finish it, put it on the schedule, year to finish it. If I don't finish it in a year, I have to do a punishment on the wheel. And a nay being I'm not playing it again. It's obviously a play, but we already decided that from when we demoed it. This is another game in the last week that was originally a demo dive game. So it already was kind of decided it had a play because I decided I was playing it in the demo dive. I did not mention that this time though. So it is a play, obviously. There will be 3 more videos, you know? I kind of hope it would be fun if they release DLC, but also, I mean, if they've told the story and have finished telling the story they have to tell, a DLC might be overkill. But I like the gameplay mechanic, so I'm maybe we could do Undusted. If this is Undusted Letters from the Past, we could do Undusted XYZ, a totally different game, you know? That could work. Or you could release it as DLC, but have it be a whole different thing. That could also work. But that is it for today. Thank you once again to Toge Productions and Keith Miller for providing me with my copy of Undusted, and thank you for watching this video. If you liked this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more and hit the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. As always, I hope everyone Hatter is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!